What's up guys, DuArktik with another Marvel Strike Force video, and we are still trying to catch up to Marvel Strike Force. I thought, like I said in the previous video, I'm considering going back to the game, and this new update to Battleworld is making me a little bit excited about it. It seems like they did some huge changes in regards to Battleworld, and it's definitely interesting. I'm excited. So first off, we have a sentry that will have two different phases. Of course, it's going to be the human form and the void form, and that alone makes the fight interesting. This is something that I mentioned in my recommendations for Battleworld. Is it would be interesting if the bosses had different phases like you see in World of Warcraft and so on, and it seems like it's going to be the case. We'll have a kit for the sentry and we'll have a kit for the void. And I have not seen the kits yet, so I don't know if it's going to be super crazy or not. I know they are available out there somewhere, but I have no idea. But I'm more interested on the updates for the game mode. So let's take a look at the changes that they are doing and see if we have something here that is like very, very exciting. Now, I'm going to be very honest. I have been trying to play Marvel Strike Force, but for some reason the game is constantly crashing, whether it is on emulator or whether it is on my tablet. So hopefully the new web version will come sooner than later, because that has been a major frustrating point about the experience. Okay, what is the... Okay, we are still on October 4th. I'm gonna remind you once again, if you guys want to play Raid Shadow Legends and get all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you still can do it. So it's a great game. It's better than Marvel Strike Force, not throwing shade or anything like that in some regards, because it's like more difficult. But if you guys want to test it out, check out the QR code on the screen. You're gonna get one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You're going to get another legendary character, Karate Fox Hunter, right away as you start with your starter character, which should be Kale. Then at level 10 you're gonna get HUUGE, amazing epic champion that revives your entire team. After that, you can get the Mausoleum Mage at level 20, increase your crit chance, increase your defense, heals up your entire team. Then you can use one of these promo codes, Monkey King for Sun Wukong, amazing champion for Arena, out of this selection of characters. Then you have Desert Queen Tagoar for the PvE, raids and so on. TMNT, this guy is not good, so skip, he's okay. Then we have promo code Get Alice for Alice, she is good for Arena and waves as well. You can only do this during the first 48 hours as you start your journey, so don't forget about that. And finally, you can get the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle that I promised, Michelangelo, for just logging in for the first 7 days. Plus, you can also get his red stars, which will make him very, very powerful. Once again, this is only going for a few more days, up to 30 of October. If you want to get all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you still can do it, but the opportunities are going away, so keep that in mind. And you can play it on the sideline with Marvel Strike Force. Most of our clan is Marvel Strike Force players, so yeah, you'll feel right at home. Okay, greetings commanders, we have this cap here, the game designer for Battleworld, and we have a look on how Battleworld is going to look like. So this is going to be called Scenery City rather than the Abyss, so that was a very different visual improvement, or it's not visual improvement, it's very differentiated from what the fight against Null was, and I think that's very good because it's like a thematic experience and matches what Battleworld is supposed to be. Here we can see the design of Sentry. I think it looks very similar to the movie. I'm not sure exactly if it looks like this in the comics, but I saw the movie. The movie was pretty solid, definitely recommend it. And we don't have a look of the void. I'm interested on that. Okay, so he's gonna have a health bar like Null and so on. Let's take a look. So first, the Battle World should be strategic, thematic, featuring the work your way towards a powerful enemy boss. Okay, cool. That's what we expect. One could imagine progress through zones in Marvel Comics and leading up to that epic confrontation with the final boss. Awesome. Second, we want Battleworld to feature where your individual effort leads to collective progress. So this is definitely an alliance-based event. And your alliance work together should net everyone progress with a powerful character unlock. Sentry. Okay, cool. Third, Battleworld should reward you for building powerful roster by using all the recent released teams. We also believe that we should be a strong one-to-one correlation between the Battleworld team and for the Battleworld to impact your progress. Okay, so it's like this. They are saying that every Battleworld edition, we are going to get a new team that is only specifically good for that. At least that's what I'm understanding. Finally, we intend to Battleworld feature where Alliance focus on earning boss shards aren't penalized. So it seems that if you're going for the shards, that's great, you are cool. But if you're going for the leaderboards, then you have to work with our alliance and you want a full alliance and you have to complete all the missions and so on. So that helps out to clarify what's the goal with the Battleworld. We have picture. Okay, so here we have 30,000 for the second zone, and that means you still need at least 10 members on your alliance. So maybe I need to do some recruiting. Yikes! But okay, so interesting. We have some interesting notes right there. Let's go over major updates for Century City. This is how they are going to call this new Battleworld. One of the biggest problems with the Battleworld until now was the attempts. Yeah, this was very, very frustrating. Your characters would be locked out. Yes, this would be terrible. And players would be actively disincentivized from trying the content, knowing that the most useful characters would be locked out. Yeah, this was a major problem with the first Battleworld. And the problem is that some of the zones, they require the same characters that you needed for the other zones. You had Global Hero, but then you also had X-Men, right? So both X-Men are global heroes and the other one was global heroes as well. So there was a lot of overlapping there. And if your best characters would be locked out, then bye-bye. In Century City, all the combat missions will be very important change. On success or failure in combat missions, your characters will not be locked out and they can be used in other missions. Okay, that's great, right? That's great. That means that once again, you can use those different characters on different missions. We're also increasing the amount of attempts. To the exact number is not finalized yet, from 10 to 20. I'm not sure what this means. Does this mean that you can use cumulative attempts or that you can only do one shot? That's the part I still didn't understand, and it was still a problem on the previous Battleworld, is that you would attack, you'd have some progress, but then if you try to attack again, the progress was gone. So this is something that maybe they should clarify, or maybe give you an option of using multiple teams on the same node, but if you still can't beat it, you could reset and not lock out your characters. Which I guess at this point it does not matter, right? So that would be an improvement. Wow, so we have a lot more missions. This is something that I mentioned in the past, that like 3 missions was not enough. And especially now that Battleworld lasts only 3 days, plus 1 with a boss, rather than it was 5 days plus 1, right? So we have more missions, more stuff to do daily, so that's going to be a good thing. In terms of the tags, Elite Mission, Fantastic Four Brimstone, Mystic non-mythic, then we have Mutant non-mythic, Villain non-mythic. Ooh, so, oh, that's a problem. That means you really have to push those characters that are not mythicals. Mini boss missions, timed missions, Quasar and Blastar, and the Chaos missions. You have to use the Chaos team. So Chaos is like a season, right? You have these 4 or 5 teams that are part of this season, and I think that's going to be the Chaos mission tag. Cool. As you can see now, you have up to 6 missions. You have a timed mission that requires Quasar and Blastar. You have to beat it under 90 seconds. Okay, that's interesting. And once again, if you fail, you don't get locked out, and you can use your Quasar and Blastar in other places as well. All missions will give you 1000 VPs. You can get a total of 6000, it seems, and the cap is at 5000. So I guess you can fail one of them. I guess it's the timed one. They expect it for you to fail early on. And if you get 6000, you still need how much for your alliance? You still need 30,000. Okay, but this should be in total, or is per zone? 5,000, so you need at least 6 players on your alliance. Okay, I mean, it's still possible. I guess it's still possible. 5, 6, 7 players, 10 players. That's the mark you want to meet. Okay, let's move on to the next section. Elite missions with Sentry require Brimstone. Brimstone will be the new team for Battleworld. So Brimstone will replace Astral. I have not seen the kits of Brimstone yet. We can do that in a future video, maybe tomorrow. They do not contain Battleworld callouts in their kits. Okay, that's interesting. That's something that they should have done with Astral for sure. We are trying a new method to keep Brimstone kits less complicated, offloading the extra power on the combat mods. Ooh, I'm not sure if I like that. Ooh, that sounds really, really terrible. Ooh, is this an example? On spawn, Hellcat gains 100% speed and will act first. Safeguard death proof. Ooh, I'm not sure if I like that. That means that the team will be very not great in other game modes. Is that the case? I hope so. I hope it's not. Ooh, okay, that's a concerning one. Finally, another mission type, Chaos Missions. Missions characters will change periodically, but the mission itself will not. Asking you to solve a challenge, missions with a set of characters. So this is going to be like a danger room, right? It's a specific mission that is like danger room. The Chaos Missions are optional, will rotate semi-regularly, and it will require current age release legendary characters. Ooh, okay, so Quasar or Blastar. So you need to use one of these characters for sure. 5 characters of the most recently released team: Alliance Wars, Cosmic Crucible, and Raids. When Sentry launches, you'll have Insidious 6 as your first team, with 8 other characters that will have synergy and work together. This provides some theory crafting. Ooh, okay. That's looking... Okay, so that's interesting. So you'll have 8 characters plus the 2 legendaries, plus the main team. So up to 15 characters that you can use, around 15 characters. And here we have old meta together with new meta. Vulture, he has the new stats, so it's not a problem. Craven, Lizard, they can be played without having like massive stats and still boosting the other team. So I mean, overall, that's interesting. That will definitely allow some theory crafting. So I guess that's something to be excited for. And then we have, in order to make sure that the Chaos missions are interesting over months, Chaos teams change will be adding some ISO 8 poker mods created with recent Hellfire Club Dungeon rooms. These mods are independent with the trade teams, focus on ISO 8 classes of the characters, allow you to have a lot of agency to the crafting possibilities. Finally, a word on the boss. The Sentry boss will be shocked to learn that you'll face the Void as well. So 2-phase boss, I think this is extremely interesting. But I wonder if you kill Sentry after you have to kill the Void, or if you can do it just in one way, in one... or if someone is going to face the Sentry and then someone else will face the Void. That's something that I think they don't mention here, and it's definitely a good question. First, we are removing the character lockouts from the normal missions, but not for the bosses. Okay, so that's normal. That's to be expected. So you can use multiple teams rather than just one team. Second, as we did with Null Sentry, we'll have a 5-minute timer. Okay, that's good to stop those bugged out situations. Astra will still be very powerful. They may not be the best team against Sentry. Be careful to choose your abilities wisely. So that means that maybe we have to come up with a new version of Astral plus 1 or 2 to make sure that they are also useful here. So overall, this is good news. Overall, this seems like a great update for Battleworld. And it seems that finally we are defining this game mode and make it a lot better for everyone. So yeah, I'm excited for this. You guys let me know in the comments below how excited are you for the new version of Battleworld. And as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. Check out the raid if you can and if you have time. And I'll catch you guys later. Take care.